Welcome back to the Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast. And in case you're just joining us, you're listening to the Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast with Emmy, Hikins, and Trevor.
Going bald, isn't it? And we then look at the childbirth pain, and there are men, I can tell you, who say being kicked accidentally, or say in a football match or whatever, in the testicles is one of the most agonising pains known to man.
It is.
And I don't know whether you've ever experienced that. I used to play football. Yeah, you have as well. And it is actually, to me, the pain was indescribable. It's the only way I can say it. It was agony in the true sense. Thankfully, it doesn't kind of go on perhaps for as long as a childbirth can go on. And I'm not equating the two pains. I guess women would still say the pain of childbirth is the toughest. That said, and we may look in a minute at the women's side of things, women generally are known physically to respond better to pain because their brains react to pain in a different way, apparently. Yeah. So they cope, not to say they don't feel the pain, but they cope with it. They're much better at coping with pain than men are. And I suppose that even feeds the idea that we have things like man flu. You know, men make much more of a fuss. And there's some truth in that, I think. But yeah, so that's a disadvantage if ever you're playing in a game. I mean, some games, of course, like cricket, baseball, you wear a box to prevent the worst aspects of being kicked or hit there. But in football, kind of surprises me a bit, but it's never the case. And quite frequently during the season, watching football on TV, you'll see a man go down and the commentator will say something to the effect he's being hit in that wrong place, sort of thing. And it takes, I don't know, 2 or 3 minutes for that pain to disappear. So yeah, that's perhaps a disadvantage of being a man. Others said man boobs. I don't know what you think about man boobs. I don't see that. I don't think I've got any myself, but I can see if people develop those, they can feel it's a disadvantage for obvious reasons. So not something I really ever think about. Another one is a lot of men say we're expected to fix things. You know, when something goes wrong, there's an expectation of us, and maybe it is that whole expectation thing. As a man, because you go back to the early days of humans, we were the hunter and the females were the hunted, and somehow because we were physically stronger, we were responsible for making the big decisions, for getting things right, for putting things right. As you said, if you break down and you're under the bonnet of your car on the road, no one's likely to stop to help you. But if you're a woman, the other way around. And I think that sort of image reflects something about a disadvantage of being a man, that we're always expected to sort of know the answers. Whereas, of course, in reality, we don't know any more than the women know. So that's another thing. And as we've already said, we're not really expected to show too many emotions. So really, they're the main negatives that were put forward about being a man. Can you think of anything else you think is a disadvantage?
Yeah.
Can you?
Yeah. I can think of a lot. Men are expected to work harder than women. So men are not men. You can't have enough day as a man. You've got to be on top of things. You're the guy that provides the solutions, like you said. You've got to know. Yeah. You've got to know what to do. And to me, I think that's a disadvantage in a way. It's just like we're humans. We're all imperfect. So it's kind of expecting us to do more. So men are expected to do more.
A question on to come right back to basics. Okay, we haven't touched on the women yet, which we're going to do now. But are we near in time?
Yeah. This is it.
Wow.
I know.
Well, okay. Well, then we're going to have to pick up the women's side of things next time. But just one final question, if there's time. If you had the opportunity to go back and be born again, knowing what you know now about life, would you rather be born a man or a woman, a boy or a girl?
I'd rather be born a man.
Well, that's good. Yeah, that's good. Okay, well, we'll pick up the women's next week. Yeah,
right.
We'll pick up the
so this is what
week.
We've got time for. Join us again next week. I've been Emmy Hikins, and he calls me Cos.
And I'm Trevor Gear, and he calls me Bruv.
It's a goodbye from me.
And it's goodbye from me.
This has been a Deepstuff Radio.
Right, so just
for Deepstuff Records. The Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast is looking for sponsors. If you're a company out there looking to spread the word about the products and services you provide, please get in touch with Deepstuff Radio Podcast on info@deepstuffrecords.com, or to use the contact form on our website to contact us, please visit radio.deepstuffrecords.com. Also, if you're looking to get involved on the Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast, reach out via our Deepstuff Radio Facebook page. Thank you.